Hello and welcome back to the GB Fantasy Football channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the best captaincy choices ahead of the game week 36 deadline for the up and coming Fantasy Premier League game. Who are the people that are going to stand out above the rest? Is there going to be a certain someone that will prevail points wise? We'll find out shortly. If you like today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We're moving closer to that big 50 subscriber count, and all the help is greatly appreciated. Let's get on with the video. First on today's video, we've got the one and only Mohamed Salah. For most of the season, he has been the ever reliable source of points, the highest point scorer of all time, and he just broke so many records. But recently, he's dipped slightly. 21 points over the last 5 games hasn't been great. At the start of the season, he was getting that per game. Over the last 5, averaging just over 4 points a game. It's not a lot. Will he be the default captain choice this week for people? I think with a lot to play for and a few differentials on the card, I think a few people will stray away from him, especially with him playing Arsenal. Now, they've not been great recently, and there are probably on PSG tonight, as of recording this, that's when they're playing that game. I feel like they might make a few changes at the weekend. But as we saw, Liverpool did the same last week and it affected them. They lost against Chelsea. There wasn't that fluidity that we've seen beforehand. That right side looked a lot less flexible, a lot more unpredictable than we've seen recently, with Trent clearly heading out the door, as we've seen this week news-wise. So for me, Salah, good option. Not the best. Now, many will go for Embremo captaincy this week, playing Ipswich away. Decent fixture. In fact, a very good fixture, I'll say. But I think the standout option is Visser. He's scored incredibly over the last few weeks. He's scored 36 points in the last 5 game weeks. He's a bonus point magnet. And Brentford, despite being poor at the back, have been very good going forward. They've scored at least 2 goals in the last 3 matches, including the 4 against Manchester United last week. Normally, when they're scoring, he's on the score sheet. And I do think, with not everybody jumping on that Visser bandwagon, he's not only a differential if you just own him, he's a massive differential if you're captaining him as well. I think for this week, he might be my captain. I captained him last week, he picked me up 7 points, and I feel like I have to show faith once again. Next up, a player I've spoke about a few times this week, mainly because of the fixture. They've got Leicester at home, and it's Chris Wood. He's been struggling for goals recently, but who knows? Who knows what he could bring up? Only 14 points over the last 5 games. It's been a lean spell for him. At the start of the season, he was a bonus point magnet. Because Forest, not high scoring, if he was getting on the score sheet, it was a 9-pointer. It actually destroyed my rank for quite some time. But can he find his form again? Forest, they've been struggling in the last few weeks. That fluidity that we've seen, I think it's left them recently. But as a solo fixture, Leicester at home, Chris Wood, he will play this game. It's an absolute must-win for Forest. I can see him scoring, and it will be a 9-pointer. Do we think that other options outscore that? That's up to the individuals. I think, once again, a fantastic option. So, with Palace, their league position is pretty much set in stone. They might be able to go up a few more times, maybe slip down a few more places. But it looks like they're very much looking forward to that FA Cup final against Manchester City. Now, the option I'm going to put forward to you in this is Eze. He's on penalties. It seems he's shoved Mateta out the way of that one, despite missing against Newcastle a few weeks ago when, quite frankly, it was an abysmal penalty. 26 points in the last 5 games. It's been good. It really has been good. And if you factor in that missed penalty, it could have been a whole lot better. He scored in the last 2 games. He scored away to Arsenal, and he scored in the week as well. It was a penalty at home to Forest, but a goal is a goal. He's good for bonus as well. And this is what we're looking for captaincy choices. Those ones that a 4-point or a 5-point goal in his case can turn into an extra 3 on top of that. And Eze, he has that potential. It's a decent fixture this week away to Tottenham. They will heavily rotate, and I do feel like the way that they defend, there's going to be spacing behind. Whether that's Saar on one side or Eze on the other, who benefit more, I can see goals in this game. A lot of them. Bruno Fernandes is normally a very dependable player, but with Europa League commitments clearly taking priority over Premier League fixtures, is not quite the dependable asset that we've once seen. Going into next season, he will be back there, but for the last few games, I feel like Manchester United might protect him. However, with a good fixture at home to West Ham, who are in the bottom 5, they can see goals, and if Manchester United score a few, it's normally Bruno Fernandes who has a hand in those fixtures. He's only scored 10 points over the last 5 games, with 2 benchings included in that. But in one of the games, there was no goals or assists, and he still came away with 2 bonus points in that one. So he's clearly still very high up in those bonus points when he's on the pitch. But can he be on the pitch? Will he be on the pitch? I think of this list today, he's probably towards the bottom. But can we count against Bruno Fernandes playing that West Ham fixture? I'm not sure we can, and for that reason, he makes the list as a great captaincy option. And last on today's list is Matheus Cunha of Wolverhampton Wanderers. They've got Brighton at home this week, who were poor defensively. Wolves, prior to losing away to Manchester City, they've been on a 5-game win streak. They should have got something out of that game at the Etihad. They missed an absolute sitter in the first half, and Man City just controlled it in the second. It was a very good run. He scored 20 plus points in the last 5 game weeks. Can we ask for more than that from a centre forward? We can, but that would be an extra greedy. I feel like he would probably be in most people's teams if there was wildcarding now until the end of the season. He's playing for a move. There's a lot of eyes on him at the minute. Manchester United look like they're leading the race for him to play on the left of the front 3 next season. However, there's a lot of other teams. And I feel like because of that, these last 3 games mean even more to him than most players who are currently on the beach, or at least looking towards their summer break. For that reason, Cunha, a marksman, a talisman, a penalty taker in a Wolves team that scores goals, great captaincy choice. And that concludes today's Game Week 36 best captaincy choices ahead of a much deliberated and tricky deadline. This one is a Saturday 3 PM deadline, so don't be caught out by that one. If you've liked today's video, please like, comment underneath on how your season's going so far. I'd be intrigued to hear about it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. Check the socials in the description below. We've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, we've got TikTok where I put out daily content. Go check them all out. Thank you for watching today's video, and there will be a new one very soon.